Hello, Batman here. I am here with the little one,
Hello.
and we are going to go ahead and do another tier list. This one is going to be Resident Evil games.
Which is mostly me because I'm the one that plays them.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, so
Resident Evil,
OG
OG,
started it all.
definitely set a precedent. Definitely was different than any other game that really had come before it. So yes, that by that standard alone has to be S tier.
And it gave us Jill such beautiful lines as Jill Sandwich. I've got this. And sleeping with the ultimate failure. So there's that. That is a real line of dialogue.
I don't doubt it.
Resi 2. I'm fond of it. I only ever played it with the like infinite ammo Gatling guns and stuff because I kind of suck at these older games, admittedly. But so for that, I would put on A. It's definitely one of my favorites for the story, but I don't really remember it that much because it's been so long.
Yeah.
This one, out of all these games, all these main games at least, numbered games, I never played it. I played the first 5 minutes, got scared of Nemesis, and said nope. So, for me personally, I would put it at B, and Bach's gonna yell at me later.
Put it on B because you are being a little bitch boy.
Yeah. Go Veronica. I love the story of this one, the characters, the music. Like, literally, if they did a shot-for-shot remake, fixed the issues with some of the puzzles, obviously the voice acting, because, those that are in the know, it's horrendous, even compared to these ones. But I like the story.
Okay.
I can never beat it, but I like the story. I like the characters. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
All right.
Remake.
Is that Resident Evil 2? One.
It's the first remake, the GameCube remake.
Oh, okay.
S tier game, S tier remake. Just, I don't really know much to add to that. I mean, it's good. 0 is divisive. I know a lot of people.
Is that the one we played with the train?
Mm-hmm.
You're on the train?
Yeah.
Actually, that was kind of neat because I think that was one of the first ones you and I could play together.
Yeah. I would put it on B as far as, like, for me, it doesn't have a whole lot of replayability to it.
No.
It's fun. I like the music. Some of the music. I like Billy. He was cool. Different character.
Yeah, that one, again, kind of like the original. It set a precedence because it was so much different than the other games. And to a lot of people became a more user-friendly way to play.
Yeah. And it was what got me into the series. So, come on. It's got, like...
Hate it. No, just kidding.
Rude. For co-op minus some parts, S tier. I would put in, you know what, I'm gonna put that some bitch in B because they're getting rid of the fucking Reapers or whatever they're called, the cockroach things. They suck. I hate them.
No, we actually played this a few times, and it's fun. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Now, co-op is really fun, especially, like, when we got, like, the Magnum, and we were at the, playing, like, professional or whatever it was, and
Yeah.
kept dying everywhere. But it was funny.
Yeah.
It was, like, we died a lot, but it was fun.
It was enjoyable versus
Except for the fucking Reapers.
other ones on this list. Which we will get to in a minute.
You'll have your time.
Oh, yeah.
Revelations. You've never played it?
No, never played it.
I played the original on the DS. And for the DS, it was actually really good as far as, like, the graphics and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gotta put it at C, honestly, though. Because, again, replayability, it kind of adds to the story. Kind of more origins of, like, the BSA and stuff. But it's got fucking Jessica in it, so.
Well, replayability has a lot to do with a lot of these games.
Yeah.
I played Resident Evil, the original one, several times. Because it was cool at the time. And I played probably 4 more than I can even count.
It's the only game I can comfortably play. Now, actually, for that, taking that into consideration, I'm gonna dock. Actually, I'm gonna dock that one down for replayability because this one, I love it, but I hate it.
Yeah. Okay.
Speak your piece.
Let's go talk about the elephant in the room. It sucked. The controls are janky. Aiming sucks. I'm trying to run, and what the hell? I mean, no, it's stupid. It shouldn't exist.
Homeboy just doesn't know how to play fucking games.
Oh, I can play a game. I was playing video games before you was born, and now we got a little intro here. What's going on? Oh, and now we have a visitor from the mama.
Ooh, third party coming in.
It's Resident Evil 6. Your opinion of Resident Evil 6?
Okay, so apparently I'm the fucking alone on this, but I mean, yes, the controls are not nearly as good as 5 as far as like the co-op and stuff. Aspects of it are good, like you can sprint and automatically like jump, duck, do all that.
But the thing is like when we're chasing in that one scene, and no matter what we do, we couldn't get through it until we switched to single player mode, and then the AI said, "Oh, you want to run closer? I'll allow you to do that now." No.
See, but you all are wrong because it's got Leon in a blue suit. So, moving on. Hi.
Okay.
And it's got Piers.
Leon trumps, I guess.
Yeah. I am a simp for Leon.
Yeah,
Freaking
something.
don't at me. Okay.
Revelations?
Revelations 2. Played it once.
Never played it, I don't think.
We should. It's actually, I think it has co-op.
Yeah, try it sometime. Anyway,
Better than first one as far as like story, environment. Definitely borrowed heavily on like Code Veronica with like the being Claire in the prison. It had Barry.
Barry
Barry's freaking badass. So I would put on A because again taking into account replayability.
Okay.
Resi 7 again. It's funny. It's like the original 4 and 7 all each in their own way revitalized the series. Saved, well, I mean that one started it, but revitalized horror games. 4 saved the series because as much as OG fans don't want to admit, the series was tanking. A lot of people, it was kind of getting repetitive as far as gameplay goes. Obviously I don't know the numbers, but you can look and see that basically people were kind of getting tired of it. You had the fans that really liked it, but so 4 definitely saved that. And then same thing with 7. 4 set the precedent. 4, 5, and 6, and even the Revelations games very much followed the formula. 7 helped bring it back to more horror orientation, which, I mean,
Well, the thing is, if a game franchise doesn't grow and improve, then it's dead. I mean,
It gets stagnant.
yeah, you're going to have certain games that are going to just change the genre or change the direction, especially with the mechanics and everything else that people are going to like. And then you'll have a few that kind of follow, and then you have another leap, and which is basically what these did.
only reason I'm not going to put it in S is there are aspects of it that do take away from, like, the replayability. The beginning portion is just, it works really well when you first play it because it's scary and it's like, oh, what's happening? Which there's some other examples of this later in the list. But the ship. I've heard criticisms on the ship, and yeah, I agree. It's, you play through the ship, and then you go through a tape where you have to play through the ship again, and it's just repetitive and kind of drags it, so I'll put that in A.
Okay.
Resi 2.
The remake?
I love this game. It's not a perfect remake. I mean, I wish they improved upon the A and B scenarios and actually made them go together. Or, not A and B scenarios, but the Claire and Leon. When you play them on their own, it's fun. When you try and look at them as if they're supposed to be happening concurrently, it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
They both fight the same versions of Birkin.
Mm-hmm.
I know Leon had the Mr. X fight. Claire had another version of Birkin.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some fights, and then how, like, Annette dies 2 different ways depending on who you play as. So that's weird. I was hoping that was something they would fix in the remake. But I gotta put an S because, I mean, the graphics, the story, the characters I really liked. How they improved upon those.
Everybody was looking forward to it. And I think it, for the most part, met expectations. Of course, you're always going to have people that just don't like it. But I think for the most part, it did well. I know one of the biggest things they said is it could have been longer.
Yeah.
But
speaking Speaking of getting longer, I personally, again, because I did not play Resi 3, you know, I keep it on B because of the importance to the series with Nemesis and Jill and all that. I didn't mind this one, and I mean, just for Carlos alone, I would dare say put it in S.
Yeah.
Because his was a vast improvement in characterizations compared to the original, where he's like, everybody loves my accent that phases in and out and is inconsistent.
Well, you know.
And then it's fucking Jeff Shine over here. I mean, come on.
All right.
I'm looking at his mop head.
And then this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I still haven't played. I do need to sit and play it, but I just haven't had an opportunity to.
Had a lot of fun with it. Again, kind of like with 7, you know, upon replaying, the scares are lost, because obviously you know what's going to happen. But upon playing it the first time, I was terrified of going through the castle. Because I was like, okay, Big Mama D over here is going to freaking skewer me, and that's terrifying. And then, of course, as...
Big Mama Double D's?
Dare we say triple?
Something.
And then, of course, as we all know, you know, that fetus that haunts my nightmares.
Blah, blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah. But I haven't really played it much lately, but when it first came out, I replayed the shit out of it. Like, I had a lot of fun.
Well, then you're enjoying the Mercenaries, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's also puts it up to the Mercenaries. I got through playing, finally got double S on all levels as Lady Dimitrescu, and that was really fun.
I honestly have never heard of this one. Yes. She's going to change it. Never again.
No.
I'll never play.
I will admit there are a few of these never done, mostly because we just either didn't have the console for it, didn't have opportunity, because Capcom won't put this shit on modern.
Nope. So we'll put it there.
See, all of these I've seen be played, but I don't really want to count that.
Yeah.
So, for example, I've seen this played, and I don't know what the hell it is. It's some pixels. I mean, it's got Leon in it, but
It's pixelated Leon.
yeah, it's they somehow managed to make Leon look not great, and I thought only the movies were capable of that. You played Dead Aim. Tell us about it.
I didn't mind it. It was... That was the one we did for the Wii, right? That was one of the first games Resident Evil we did on the Wii.
I don't think it was for the Wii.
Because you had the aiming thing.
No, that's these ones.
Oh, okay.
I don't think this was for the Wii. It's older than that.
Well, the Dead Aim one that I remember, other than, wasn't that the one the ship blew up at the end?
Yeah, well, here's the funny thing about that is that wasn't the end.
Oh, that's true.
That was, I think, actually just a game over. You just assumed it was the end and never played it again.
Oh, well. I enjoyed what I played of it, let's put it that way. It was okay. Nothing spectacular.
It's one of those watching people play it. I think a remake would be really cool.
Yeah.
It's got a female tyrant.
I think a remake on a lot of these would be cool. With a more modern engine.
Give me Code Veronica remake, you bastards. Outbreak. We had these games. Never really played them.
Don't remember anything about them.
Mostly because they rely on online, and we're a bunch of introverts and don't want
Yeah.
to play with other people.
No.
So I would borderline put it and never play it because we
Yeah. Because we really don't have an opinion on them.
Chronicles. I like these games. I would probably... This one I would put in B. It didn't have a whole lot of new.
Mm-hmm.
Because it retold the first and Zero, which pretty much used the same... I don't think they used the same engine, but it looked close enough to like these that it wasn't anything new. It was like, you know, we already had it. They kind of condensed the versions down, so it was like a Reader's Digest. We did get new levels, a new level with Ada, explaining her making out of Raccoon City, because, you know, that's always just kind of a weird thing. She supposedly died.
Yep.
Supposedly died. The GoPro is not agreeing. It gave us the Wesker escaped from the mansion. It did give us Umbrella's End, which a lot of people argue 4 should have been about. Because 4 just did a time skip and was like, oh, Umbrella went bankrupt. Woo. That's the end. I mean, the gameplay is kind of fun. It's the first person. That's the one with the Wii, where you go wee, 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 wee. So, you know, kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
In that vein, I would rate this higher because at the time, and still now for in the case of Code Veronica, at the time, that was the closest we got to a Resi 2 remake.
Pretty much, yeah.
So for me, seeing these characters, you know, like Leon and Claire go from, you know, well, polygonal looking to that was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And same with Code Veronica, which, I mean, obviously we don't have a remake yet.
Yet.
So that's the closest we got to Steve actually being a decent character, not freaking annoying. Which I love him. I think he's a good character.
Mm-hmm.
But holy shit, his voice acting is horrible.
Horrible. What about the first original?
Have you heard Steve's voice?
I don't remember. I do not recall.
Oh, it's horrendous. So anyways, yeah. I put that one at A because the gameplay slightly worse because they had a lot of camera movement that was unnecessary, and you can't control the camera movement. So the characters are literally going, whoo, 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 and it's like, I'm trying to aim at a thing, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go over here. Well, for the sake of being able to see these characters in a new light, we got to see kind of the origin of Leon and Krauser, which I really hope in the 4 remake they get into that.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
All right.
Mercenaries 2D. You've never played it.
Nope. Never even heard of it. To be honest
It's
with
for
you.
the DS, 3DS.
No, shit. No, that's what it
It's-
says.
Shush. It's literally just a bunch of levels, basically mercenary levels.
Yeah.
A remake of this include like, see what we could have gotten instead of a certain game on this list. They could have just redone this with encompassing all these past games and actually acknowledge all the past games. I'm gonna put it in B.
Okay.
It was fun. For what it is, it's fun.
Yeah.
But it's not really something I really go back to. Because I can play the mercenaries of like these other games and on the big screen.
Yeah.
On the tiny screen.
Yeah.
Never played this one.
Nope.
It sounds interesting. You can kill Leon, which makes me sad, but
Well, you know, it
Never
is what it
played it.
is.
again, never played. It's online only, which again we
just
don't.
don't do.
No. Same thing. Online, never played. I've seen. So I like. They have a lot of costumes in this game, because that's for my certain art project. I looked into that. See this thing, our anniversary gift. It's supposed to encompass the entire series, and so far all we've got is characters from 7 and Hound Wolf Squad.
Yeah.
So, again, I've never played, so I can't say anything on like the gameplay and stuff, because again, it's online. We don't do online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. I personally would like to do an honorable mention that we need a remake of it. It was a cool game.
I know where this is going.
We need one up there. Dino Crisis. We need a remake. I don't care. Dino Crisis 1, 2, and 3. They were all cool games. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Had dinosaurs and machine guns. Come on.
Rower.
So, anyway, that's where we stand. You guys like it? Enjoy? Subscribe? All that good stuff. Comment. If you disagree, let us know. We'll probably tell you you're full of shit anyways. But hey, what the hell? So, anyway, if you guys enjoyed, have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.